crew? Welcome to another video. We're gonna do a Pokemon guide on Gothitelle. Alright, so who is Gothitelle? Gothitelle appears to be based on a stylized depiction of a young woman wearing gothic Lolita style clothing. It may also be based on a philosophical concept of the astral body. Its ability to predict the future using stars may allude to fortune tellers or Romani people. Gothitelle may be a combination of Gothic and Mademoiselle French for the title of Miss. So we got ourselves just like this really good Pokemon mistress that we're going to be doing a guide on today. So let's go over to Gothitelle's stats. Now the stats for Gothitelle is that it's a psychic type, right? As you can tell, it's a goth type style, which you would think would be dark, but we got psychic. The abilities Gothitelle can learn is competitive, frisk, and shadow tag. Shadow tag being its hidden ability, and the tier it is located in is PU. But today we're going to make an Uber version of Gothitelle, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. Now let's look over the stats. Okay, we got 70 base points in hit points, 55 in attack, 95 in defense, and 95 in special attack. Both the 95s in defense and special attack, that's pretty good. It's right below 100, and most Pokemon barely even reach the 90 mark. So having two already in 95, that's pretty dang good. Now we got special defense at a whopping 110 base stat. Now that's really good. So that suggests since we have 95 in defense, 110 in special defense, this is going to be a very bulky Pokemon, very defensive minded. So we're going to really play to that. And we got a modest 65 speed, which is going to make it very slow. Okay, now let's go over to the weaknesses and resistances. Gothitelle's weaknesses and resistances, it's pretty limited. There's not a lot going on here. It's 2 times weak to bug, to ghost, and to dark. So seeing those type of Pokemon is going to raise some alarm if you're using a Gothitelle. But it's not weak towards fighting or other psychic types. So if you bring it in against another psychic type, you're going to probably do pretty well, unless they're going to be using any of the moves that it's weak against. So if they use a ghost type move, it's a psychic using a ghost type move, I would be a little bit wary of that. But overall, this Gothitelle is pretty neutral to a lot of Pokemon, and that's why I like it so much, is that it doesn't have a lot of strengths or weaknesses. It's just that it's going to do its job and go out and win. Okay, now let's actually build what we're going to do today in Pokemon Showdown. Okay, so here we are. We got Gothitelle, obviously. Since it's going to be defensive, we want to run leftovers. It's just going to be a very good item to use with the Gothitelle set. Our ability, we're going to go Shadow Tag, which is its hidden ability. Now, Shadow Tag prevents adjacent foes from choosing to switch unless they also have this ability. So unless they have another Shadow Tag ability, which I believe the only other option is a Mega Gengar, or they're just another Gothitelle, then they're not going to be switching out. So as long as Gothitelle's there, we're trapping them in. Alright. Now as for moves, we're going to go Rest. Rest is our first option. It's a good healing option for Gothitelle since we're going to build up on its defensive stats. So if it gets low and we're building up defense, which is Rest, sleep it away, and then rinse and repeat. It adds more defense, and they're gonna wonder what they're gonna do. They're like, why can't we switch out? This is gonna be awful. And we're gonna not let them have a good time with this Pokemon. Next, Calm Mind. Calm Mind raises its special attack and special defense. So we're just gonna add to that. Alright, our next option is Tickle. Now you're wondering, Murder, why Tickle? Well, I believe with the next move we're going to show, this move is going to be very good if we're going to be capturing a Pokemon. And because Gothitelle's weakness of its best stats is the weakest of its best stats is defense, if that makes sense. So the worst of the defense, attack, and special defense stats that Gothitelle is known for is probably defense. So to be able to lower the attack and defense of the opposing Pokemon while they're trapped by your Shadow Tag, that's really good. And you're also raising your Calm Mind. So that's just double buff to Gothitelle. Even though Tickle is not directly affecting Gothitelle, it's directly affecting the opponent that cannot escape. Now for our final move. Now this could be like a plethora of different moves, but for our sake, we're gonna go with Psyshock, and I'll explain why. Now Psyshock, it will depend on the opposing player's defense, not their special defense, because Psyshock is a special move. It will target their defensive stat, not their special defensive. And with Tickle, it's going to lower their defense. And with Calm Mind, it's going to raise the special attack, thus boosting Psyshock's ability. And the only Pokemon you have to really worry about when facing Gothitelle, or facing against Gothitelle, is a Dark-type Pokemon. Now, within Brick Bronze, there's not that many Dark-type Pokemon that people face regularly, except for maybe a Greninja. I can't really think of another Pokemon that's like as constant as a Greninja will be. Or if there is an Umbreon, that's a pretty well known one as well. So if you see a Greninja or Umbreon, you're probably going to want to switch out with Gothitelle. Unless you still want to face in and you want to put Thunder Wave. Now, Thunder Wave is a pretty good move because it's going to deal with the Greninja, and it's also going to deal with the Umbreon. It's going to paralyze them. And with this Psyshock move, you can decide not to do Psyshock. You can actually do Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is a good move. It's not going to be resisted by any other Pokemon, so it's not going to miss. And there's a 20% chance that it could flinch the target, which can also help with your paralysis capabilities. So this is just a demon version of a Gothitelle. This is just, you don't want to face this. It's going to trap you, and it's going to be a bad time for you. Okay, now let's go over to stats. Now, there's two different natures that you can really focus this on. We decided to go with Sassy, just because it was the easiest nature for us to breed at the time. But the one that I would suggest over Sassy would be, where is it, Calm? I would suggest Calm over Sassy. But with our Pokemon in Brick Bronze today, we're going to have Sassy nature, but Calm is also really good. So let's go Calm. Now the EV spread, I'm going to go 252 hit points and 252 special defense, and we're going to go the rest in attack. There's the spread on the EVs, 252 hit points, 252 special defense, 4 special attack. And our IVs will go as thus. 31 in each category except for attack. We don't want IVs in attack. It doesn't matter because we're not going to do any attacking moves with Gothitelle besides special attack. Alright, there is our Gothitelle. Now let's go over to the game and show you where we're going to EV train this Gothitelle. See you guys there. Hey guys, so we're here in Rose Cove City. We got our team here of Gardevoir with a Calm, with a Modest nature and Synchronized. So the Pokemon that we're going to see in the wild have a 50% chance of Modest. And we have Gothita with a Macho Brace. We got our Shadow Tag hidden ability. It's Sassy nature. Wish it was Calm, but we're fine with Sassy. Sassy isn't the end of the world because we aren't going to be the fastest Pokemon out there anyways. So here's our IVs. It could have been better. Like, again, we're not going to outspeed anyone, so IVs and speed isn't going to be the #1 option. But we got high and everything else. 20 in special attack. Wish that 31 was there, but getting hidden abilities in this game is a very tasking thing, and I wanted to just push this video out. So let's just go with the 31 IVs and the 29 in special defense. Good enough. Now let's go over to the hit points area, which is where we're going to train our Gothita today. And that's going to be located over here. A little stroll down the Rose Cove Beach into these grassy areas. We're going to find a Slowpoke, Shellos. Now Shellos gives us 1 hit point, and that's going to be great. Let's kill this Shellos. Not kill, faint. Although I feel like they die when they're Nuzlocke, so. Alright, Shellos down. Let's check those EVs. And we get a couple levels here. Wants to learn Confusion. We're not going to want it to learn Confusion because it's not that good of a move. No, yes. Alright, so we're in this area again. We're going to do hit points here until we reach 252. I will see you guys after we're done. Okay, so we finished doing our hit points EV training. Let's check out Gothita. Shadow Tag still looking sassy. Got our 252 EVs. That's awesome. Now we're gonna work on special defense, and I will meet you guys over by the Rose Cove Beach. All right, see you guys. Hey, so here we are at the Rose Cove Beach. It was literally just a little stroll down the way, but we're gonna go EV train on special defense. So we're gonna go fight some tentacles. Let's go capture some, if we can. And there we go. Woo, tentacle. Okay. So let's take you out. Oh, right, we didn't have moves on this guy because we used it on our last guy. Oh, it did it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I will see you guys after we are done training Gothitelle in special defense. Alright, see you guys. Hey guys, so we got Gothitelle to have 252 in hit points and 252 in special defense. We got our 6 extra on special attack. So we're EV trained. Now we just need to get Gothitelle up to Gothitelle. But we're gonna have to do that in a little bit here. Let's get Gothitelle to Gothitelle. Alright, let's level up. See you guys after we're done. Okay, we're back. We finally got our Gothitelle up to Gothitelle. We also leveled up a bunch of other Pokemon, but our focus is on Gothitelle. With the Shadow Tags leftovers, sassy, 145 special defense, which is ridiculous. It's way above anything else we have. Here's our EV spread, 252 in hit points, 252 special defense, 6 in special attack. And here's Gothitelle. And it's got leftovers as an item. Yeah, and that's the guide to Gothitelle. Alright guys, Murderface signing out. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and if you have any other Pokemon that you'd like to see do a guide on, or if you want to suggest a theme for my theme videos, just leave in the comments. Let me know. I'll see if I can do the guide on that Pokemon. And if a Pokemon gets certain, like if it gets liked more than the other ones, I'll do that Pokemon next. Alright guys, Murderface sign out. Later.